Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai F1 News. Let's kick things off with one of the juiciest storylines heading into the summer break. According to motorsport.com, Oliver Bearman is addressing some serious complications in his long-term Ferrari ambitions. The Haas driver has been impressive in his rookie full-time campaign, and he's made no secret of his desire to eventually land a seat with the Scuderia. But here's where it gets tricky. Lewis Hamilton has experienced a genuine resurgence with Ferrari, and that's eating into the available opportunities at Maranello. Bearman opened up about how Hamilton's return to winning form has really complicated his own path to the famous Red Team. It's a reality check for the 21-year-old, who, despite reaffirming his commitment to the Ferrari driver program, is watching one of F1's greatest drivers get comfortable in the very seat he wants. The competition for that second Ferrari drive just got a whole lot tougher. But wait, there's more to the Bearman story. According to motorsport.com, the Haas driver recently appeared on the F1 Beyond the Grid podcast, where he addressed swirling rumors about potentially switching to Aston Martin. And here's his response, a crystal clear message to Ferrari. He's staying committed to the Maranello project. Even with the complications we just talked about, Bearman isn't entertaining the idea of jumping ship to join the Silverstone-based outfit, despite how attractive that opportunity might seem. It shows serious confidence in his long-term plan, and it demonstrates that Bearman believes his path to Ferrari will eventually materialize. The driver market is absolutely fluid right now, with all sorts of speculation flying around, but Bearman's making it clear where his focus lies. That's the kind of commitment Ferrari will want to see from their future academy graduates. Alright, moving on to what could be absolutely massive driver changes coming up. Motorsport.com is reporting that former Sky Sports presenter Rachel Brookes has made some seriously bold predictions for the 2027 F1 grid. She's tipping nothing short of a major overhaul. And here's the headline move. She believes four-time world champion Max Verstappen could be heading to Mercedes. And if that happens, Brookes suggests McLaren's Oscar Piastri would slot into Verstappen's seat at Red Bull. Now, these are predictions, not official announcements. The summer break always brings wild speculation, but the fact that we're even talking about a Verstappen to Mercedes scenario shows just how fluid the driver market is right now. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments as we head into the second half of the season. Let's talk about what actually happened on track. According to motorsport.com, Lando Norris delivered an absolutely dominant performance at the Hungarian Grand Prix, and the praise has been pouring in. Former F1 driver David Coulthard, speaking on the Up to Speed podcast, described Norris's race as a true world champion performance. That's some serious recognition from someone who's been in the sport. Norris's commanding victory showed exactly why he's the reigning champion, and it's a performance that demonstrates his credentials as one of the grid's elite operators. As the 2026 season heads toward its second half, Norris is cementing his status as the driver to beat, and performances like Hungary are exactly why Mercedes has some work to do if they want to keep their championship hopes alive. Speaking of McLaren, there's some positive momentum building for the Woking team. According to motorsport.com, Sky Sports F1 commentator David Croft believes McLaren's latest upgrade package positions them perfectly to mount a genuine challenge against championship leaders Mercedes in the second half of the season. McLaren arrived at the Hungarian Grand Prix with this new package specifically designed to close the gap to Mercedes, and Croft is convinced it's got real potential. This is exactly what Lando Norris's dominant victory demonstrates. When McLaren brings upgrades, they're capable of beating anyone on the grid. If they can replicate this performance and keep pushing, Mercedes is going to have their hands full defending their championship lead. It's shaping up to be a fascinating title fight as we come out of the summer break. But not everything went smoothly at Hungary. According to motorsport.com, former Haas team principal Guenther Steiner is calling out the FIA over what he considers an overly lenient penalty for Carlos Sainz. During the race, Sainz made contact with Oscar Piastri's McLaren while being lapped. Here's the context. Piastri had pitted from the lead, but Sainz failed to yield the position as the McLaren driver made his move. The FIA issued a penalty, but Steiner reckons it wasn't harsh enough. This is exactly the kind of penalty controversy that keeps F1 fans debating all summer long. Steiner's perspective, as someone who's been in the paddock for decades, carries weight when he's discussing racecraft and driver standards. Whether you agree with the FIA's decision or not, it's clear this incident sparked some serious discussion about consistency in penalty decisions. Now let's shift focus to Max Verstappen, who's heading into the summer break with a positive message about his F1 future. According to both motorsport.com and Autosport, the Red Bull driver says he's feeling good about his place in Formula One and is discussing his mindset about the sport as the season pauses. Here's the key quote. Verstappen stated that while he could easily step away from racing, he genuinely loves the sport. Now, this comes at a time when Red Bull hasn't had the easiest year. Their RB22 chassis has proven challenging to set up and drive, and they've been playing catch-up to Mercedes. But despite these difficulties, Verstappen's mindset remains positive. The good news for Red Bull is that while the chassis has struggled, the Red Bull Ford Powertrains unit has actually exceeded expectations. So there's real reason for optimism heading into the second half of the season. Verstappen's commitment and passion for racing suggest he's not going anywhere, and with Red Bull's power unit performing well, they've got the foundation to turn things around. And finally, let's talk about one team that's got some serious long-term potential. According to motorsport.com, former F1 driver David Coulthard is backing Aston Martin to become the championship's most improved team over the next 2 years. Now, 2026 has been tough for the Silverstone-based outfit. They haven't had the results they wanted early in the season. But Coulthard is defending their long-term project and predicting that despite the current struggles, Aston Martin will be winning Grands Prix in the near future.